Hi, Coastline Small Group. My name is Isabelle, and I am the Next Step Coordinator here at Coastline Church. So this week, we explored a life-changing truth. You are God's workmanship, His masterpiece, uniquely designed with specific identity, purpose, and gifts. Too many of us can carry false stories. I'm not good enough. I'm too much. I'm defined by my failures, or I have to earn my place. But God's word has a different story. In Ephesians 2:10, Paul uses the Greek word poema, God's work of art, his poetry. You're not mass-produced copy. You're one of a kind creation. And here's why this matters to our spiritual rhythm. If you're uniquely designed, then your spiritual life should honor that design. One size fits all spirituality doesn't exist. It doesn't work because God didn't make us all the same. Some of us connect with God through silence and solitude, and some people through music and movement. Some thrive in large gathering, and some in one-on-one conversations. So the goal isn't to copy someone else's rhythm, but to discover the practice that fits on how God made you. When we embrace our identity as God's workmanship, we are free to explore spiritual rhythm that actually fits us and grow rather than practice that leave us defeated. As a mother of 6 kids, I really found myself scrolling down on social media trying to find how to organize my family. But I felt really often defeated and frustrated until I found the perfect fit for me and my family. And I discovered an approach that actually fit my design. In Psalm 139:14-19, it says here, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to me. And David says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. The word fearfully here means reverence, in awe. God didn't casually throw you together. He was intentional, careful, and personal. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Do you know that full well? Or have you believed the false stories about yourself? That you're a mistake, that you're too broken, that your design is flawed? Here's the truth. God doesn't make mistakes. You are his workmanship, his masterpiece. And notice in verse 16, all the days ordained for me were written in your book. God knows you completely. Your personality, your wiring, your strength, your struggles. If he designed you so personally, does it make sense that your spiritual rhythm should be personal too? You don't have to feel guilty that you don't pray like your friends or worship like your small group leader. God made you uniquely, and your rhythm with him can reflect that. So look at the verse 15. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together. God didn't just create humanity in general. He wove you stitch by stitch. The work woven, it's beautiful. It's detailed, artistic, intricate work. This is why a one-size-fits-all spirituality doesn't work. If you're an introvert who recharge quietly, forcing yourself into constant social connection without honoring your need for solitude, you will burn out. If you're wired in action and service, sitting still in contemplative prayer might feel impossible for you. But maybe you connect with God powerfully while serving others. The point isn't to avoid spiritual practice that stretches you. but to honor the design God gave us. When we replace false stories, I'm not spiritual enough, I'm doing it wrong. The truth is, we are God workmanship. We are free to discover the rhythm that actually fit. So I have some questions for you today. What false story have you believed about yourself that affect how you approach your spiritual life? For example, I'm not disciplined enough. I'm too busy. I'm not spiritual as others. God is disappointed in me. How would you replace that by I am God's workmanship, fearfully and wonderfully made? Change things. Think about spiritual practice you've tried and didn't seem to fit. So instead of assuming that something is wrong with you, that might reveal about how God uniquely designed you, what different expression of these practices might honor your design better? Example, if traditional quiet time doesn't work, maybe a prayer walk or worship through worship music would. So this week, ask God, what word do you have for me? Spend some time quietly listening for how He sees you. Not the false stories that you believed, but the truth that you are His workmanship. Write down what comes in mind and then pick one spiritual design. If you fail with morning quiet time, try in the afternoon. If prayer in the silence doesn't work, try worship in your car on the way to work. Honor the way that God made you and watch how your rhythm comes alive. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I hope to see you soon.